Adam Christ from MyMMAnews.com being joined by PFL's Chris Camozzi before his Prep Point episode, and it premieres on YouTube this Thursday, August 27th. And I'm being joined by my man right now, Chris Camozzi. Chris, how are you?
I'm doing great, man. I'm ready to get back to work. I'm tired of this COVID stuff, but I'm happy to be here, and I appreciate the interview.
Oh, it's my pleasure. Like we were talking before, I've been a fan of yours for a long time, so finally getting to catch up with you, it's a big pleasure. So I appreciate you taking the time. So fans that don't know or haven't been able to seen the debut episode of Prep Point, can you describe in your own few short words what exactly is Prep Point and what PFL is doing with it?
I think Prep Point is just a way to get to know the fighters. Just a little bit. It wasn't all about fighting. It's about our personal lives. Some funny questions just to kind of see guys' personalities. And I think they're one episode in, but I think they did a good job of reaching guys' personalities outside of just fighting and talking about fighting each other.
So the debut episode, it was with Jordan Young. And this week it's your turn. You're going to be the man in the bright lights on the spotlight. What can fans expect in this week's episode?
Man, they hit me with some hard questions. I'll tell you that. I'm sure they edited it a bit because some of those questions took me a while to answer. But it was fun, I had a good time doing it. And I always like different questions and stuff. So it was a lot of fun. And I think, like I said, you'll get to know guys a little bit more in depth.
So you've competed in all the bigger shows we were talking before. I mean, between UFC, Glory, everything like that. What enticed you to sign with PFL at this point of your career?
Man, I like what PFL is doing. I love the tournament format. I think I'm built for the tournament format. I've always wanted to be busier. With the UFC, I would finish a fight, take a week off, and then I'd be calling Joe Silva or Nick Maynard, any of those guys, like, when can I fight again? And they're like, man, you just fought. And I just wanted to keep them rolling. That's how I managed to have 20 fights in the UFC and just always busy, That's how I run my whole life. I'm always busy, back to back.
So you're not used to, like you said, fighting in this tournament fashion. I love tournaments. I think they're exciting. You never know what to expect, and it's just a free-for-all, and I absolutely enjoy seeing how it plays out throughout the entire process. So you not being used to the tournament, what do you think about it and the point system and everything that PFL is including into everything that they're doing?
I like it. The point system forces guys to be active and forces guys to go for finishes. Too often now we see guys take guys down, hold them down. Nobody's going for not nobody, but a lot of guys aren't going for the finish. This is kind of a monetary incentive to finish fights, get out of there healthy, and get out of there quick. So I think it really motivates guys to just go for it and put it all on the line, which makes for exciting fights.
Do you think that it all sort of messes with people's style? Because, some people will get in there, they like to feel their opponents out. They're a little bit of a slow starter, they get into it. Do you think this kind of it affects that in a counterproductive way for some of these fighters, or money's money? It speaks it all. It speaks every language. Let's get it.
I don't know. I guess I don't care because it doesn't affect my style. I prefer that kind of style. I'm thinking about it like a piggy bank. Every time I hit it, dollars are coming out. So, I want to get done quick, be healthy, move on to the next one, and get that money.
So can you name drop any of the, your first fight as far as being in PFL goes, or maybe who you would like your first fight to be against?
Man, I don't care. I want them all. But originally when the tournament was going to start last year, it was going to be Emiliano Sordi, the champion first, which I love that idea. Why not fight the toughest first, Plus, give me the former champion, the guy who's won it 2 years in a row. He's got a name on him and a target on his back. So I was happy with that. With Jordan Young saying that he wanted to fight me first. I think that's a bad idea for him, but I'm in for that too. I like all of them, Every fight will be exciting. I like the whole roster that PFL brought in.
And how do you think your skill set matches up against some of these other fighters that they have in the PFL roster?
My style matches up great. I'm aggressive. I go forward. I push the pace. A lot of my style hasn't always been, one-shot knockouts. It's break you down, make you quit, break your will. And I don't think much is going to change, In this off time, I'm working a ton of power stuff. We're working on building a lot more power. But, who knows when the bell rings, my old style might come out. But I think it's exciting to watch because I like to walk guys down. I continually come forward. And like I said, I like to break guys.
And closing down, I wanted to ask, everybody's been affected by this pandemic in some way, shape, or form, some better, some for worse. How has it affected you, and have you been able to utilize this time to up the ante of your skill level, just press forward and get the grind in?
Obviously, it affected me like everybody else. Fighting is how I made my main source of income, but
Yeah.
I always adapt. I've got a full-time job. I do a million things. So I'm a survivor, man. I'll figure it out all the time. So as far as training goes, I've taken this time to lift a ton, get a lot stronger. I'm in better shape. I'm leaner now than I've ever been.
Awesome. Well, how can the fans keep up with you on social media to check you out in this upcoming episode of Prep Point and also in the upcoming PFL season? 2021 is looking to be interesting.
Yeah, definitely. I'm super excited for this season. I would say I'm most active on Instagram, and that's at Chris Camozzi and the number 7. I think somebody else actually had Chris Camozzi. I'm gonna have to take that over one of these days. Yeah, and Twitter is just at Chris Camozzi. I'm super active on social media. I'm active on Reddit, RMMA. I read a lot of the forums and stuff, and I like to interact with people on there. So you can find me all over the place.
Awesome, Chris. Well, again, like I said, I appreciate you taking the time today. Best of luck in the season. I can't wait to see the Prep Point in your episode. And best of luck, man. I look forward to it.
Oh, thanks a lot, man. I appreciate it.
There he goes, Chris Camozzi, getting ready for Prep Point in his episode and also the upcoming 2021 PFL season. For Chris Camozzi, I'm Adam Christ. Make sure you keep it locked to mymmanews.com for all your fight news needs.